clearly, the influence of social media on our lives, on our political thinking, on our opinions, has been enormous. Perhaps the biggest change in the last 50 years in many ways. And there are many of us who loathe the way social media behaved in November 2020. And ever since then, plenty of people being shadow banned, Facebook perhaps even worse than Twitter these days. And obviously Elon Musk is seen by many people who watch this program, listen to this program and this channel. Musk is seen as the white knight, the great saviour that has come along. Now, I know that your arrival, and maybe GETTR, Truth Social, Parler, wouldn't have formed if Twitter hadn't gone down this route. He's paid a ridiculous price for it, by the way. I mean that is a crazy number. $44 billion is a crazy number. Is he able to turn Twitter around? How long will it take him?
So I don't think Twitter can be turned around. I think it's so rooted in its core a political bias that you would have to fire every engineer, every coder, every moderator, every single person in the C-suite, which he's done a good job of getting started on that. And then even then, the political damage, the reputational damage to Twitter, I don't think can ever be repaired. Now, if there's somebody who can come along and innovate, come up with new ideas and features, that's Elon Musk. And he can help move them back to the center at all. That's good. And even as a competitor, I want to see him do that, especially as we start talking about elections and election bias and things of that nature. I fundamentally, though, don't think that Twitter can be saved.
Okay, it would be a little bit like me becoming the Director General of the BBC. It would be quite tough to turn all those staff around. He's going to try. Goodness knows what the cost of that's going to be for Tesla, if he's taking his eye off the ball. And even talk of coders at Tesla going over to Twitter to help get them through this problem. Jason, the stolen election was one of the narratives that came out of November 2020 from the Trump team. And if you've said that on social media, on many social media platforms, you've effectively been banned and shut down. Is it time for the Republicans to move on from a narrative which comes across, I think, to most voters as being essentially negative?
Well, I think election security is a good issue to talk about, but I think talking about previous elections is not going to pick us up any new voters. The reason why we've seen a 35 point swing with independent voters in the last 1 or 2 months, the reason why Republicans are at the precipice of this big, massive, overwhelming victory is because Biden and the Democrats are so wrong on the economy. They're so wrong on the woke agenda. They're so wrong on pronouns and self-identification and all of this nonsense. The fact of the matter is Republicans are right on the issues. Republicans and independents like a strong leader like Trump. We do not need to be talking about 2020 anymore. It needs to be a clear forward focus.
Very much my feeling as well. But we'll see what happens. And hey, Jason, thanks for joining us on the show. And Jason says Trump will announce today or tomorrow. Watch this space.